So we're taught gender from very early on, and some of that is conscious and some of it is unconscious. And in the Women's and Gender Studies program, students have the opportunity on a very human level to reflect and discuss their lived experiences and connect it to society. And in doing so, they draw on academic research. They can hear from other students and their experiences, and it gives them an opportunity to step back from some of the more limiting constraints of cultural expectations and think about what it is that leads to a more fulfilling life. And I think also importantly, they can gain empathy for students whose lived experiences of gender and gender expression are different from their own. So the last year has been very polarizing with some pretty vitriolic rhetoric, and gender has been very prominent, more prominent than in many years. And I think a part of that is the fact that running for president no longer is the boys' club. And we saw rhetoric that was openly sexist that surprised quite a few of us. And also we had a presidential candidate who openly bragged about sexually assaulting women. And what was also quite surprising about that was that not just that he did it, but that for a significant portion of the electorate that was not a deal breaker. And now he's president, and many of the policies that are currently being proposed also threaten what we've achieved in terms of women's rights. And so gender is very much at the forefront. At the same time, we see unprecedented mobilization because of all of this. And if you look at the Women's March in January, it was the largest march in known human history around the world. And so that's huge. And the march in DC, for example, it was almost 500,000 people, mostly women, some men. It was completely peaceful. There was not a single arrest, and it was a very life-affirming experience. And there women were marching as women, for women, and they had a broader agenda, but a lot of it had to do with women's rights. So I think that now more than ever, studying women's and gender studies is absolutely vital to understand what's going on, and also the roots of what's been going on. And there I also think that one of the big challenges is to extend the conversation to more people, and especially men, and to try to understand and study systematically masculinity, maleness, what it means to be a man. And I think that's a real challenge for women's and gender studies programs, and I would like to see that happen also with our program, bring more men into the conversations in a welcoming way.